Hello everyone, my name is Al, and welcome back to another professional match of StarCraft 2. This is a game from HomeStory Cup which was played recently. Starting in the top right corner, our blue Protoss player, his name is ShoWTimE. In the opposite corner, considered by many to be the greatest of all time, we're looking at the red Zerg player, and he goes by the name of Serral. So we have Serral versus ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE from Germany and Serral from Finland. ShoWTimE is, at this stage, just doing a normal gateway at the bottom of the ramp, or bottom of the natural, and Serral is going to go for the nice early hatchery. Now I am very excited for this. HomeStory Cup was a couple of weeks ago, back at this point. Dates, I struggle with dates. But yes, I love HomeStory Cup, and I'm so glad that they released the pack because we get to see players like Serral. It's Serral. He's really good. Like, if you want to learn to play Zerg, look at Serral, try to do what he does, realize you can't do what he does, and then just continue watching his games. I'm joking. He's actually really, really good. And he plays a very straightforward style of Zerg. I say straightforward. He just plays it really, really well. He doesn't resort to trickery normally. He just does standard play, but he does it so well. You see the cybernetic score coming up for ShoWTimE. He's also got his natural expansion up. The spawning pool is up for Serral, and everything seems to be going quite normally. So we have a normal ZVP on our hands. Serral is going to be having a look with his first Overlord to see if he can see what the first tech of choice will be for ShoWTimE. Now I don't want to exclude ShoWTimE. I've given Serral a little bit of a hype, but ShoWTimE is actually a really, really good Protoss player. He has been around for a very long time. Serral, by the way, seeing that nothing's happening, which means that there is a Stargate on the way. But yes, ShoWTimE is considered to be a very strong defensive Protoss player. He's very, very good with deflecting attacks and building up a pretty strong army before he goes to kill his opponents. So this is going to be very good because both of these players, they don't die easily. They are very hard to beat. So it'll be interesting to see what these two do against each other. Serral already taking his drones out of gas, which means he's probably going to, there it is, go for the third hatchery. At this stage, nothing too major. We see an oracle coming out from ShoWTimE. He's going to use that to have a look at the map, and I mean this is kind of just the style that Protosses have been going for recently. A pylon in the wall, and the Stalker sees the Overlord. He's going to go zappy, try to get rid of him. Overlord should get away all fine. Yeah, he's fine. A couple of Overlords spread out across the map just to give Serral, can I just say his name properly? Serral, a good bit of vision. Queens are coming out, and it's going to be a relatively quiet early game. ShoWTimE opting to fly his Oracle in circles instead of attacking with it. Okay, but I mean, this is ShoWTimE. He does like to play a little bit more defensively. He probably just wants to keep it there so the third can go up. He has another Oracle on the way. So we've got double Oracles going across the map. Will they get anything done? I don't think so. Serral, he's playing it safe. He's got spores in the main, in the natural, and a bunch of queens in the third. So he should be just fine. Look at that queen positioning. 2 on the high ground, 3 on the low ground. Those oracles can get nothing done. Okay, so this is kind of an example of what makes Serral so really good. Look at him. Look at that positioning. He moves. I mean, he sees it because of the Overlord, but he is just on top of everything. He doesn't let anything get past him. It's very hard to get early damage against Serral. He doesn't generally die to stupid things. ShoWTimE, on the other hand, he is going for Blink. He's got a couple of gateways on the way, going into his forge. So we'll see if he goes for that aggressive ground-based army that a lot of the Protosses are going for. Oracle's still trying to pop in. Ooh, they actually pick up 2 drones. Nice little catch there. Nice little catch. That's 3. Alright, so am I already experiencing the caster curse where I say nothing can get past Serral and then he loses 4 drones? I mean, it's only 4 drones, so it's not the end of the world for him yet. He is going for his 4th. These oracles just trying to stay away so that they don't die. Serral in the meantime, he's got roaches, he's got roach speed +1 coming up, so he's probably going to want to push a little bit with those roaches, see if he can get some damage done. ShoWTimE does see, don't lose the oracle. Ooh, that is close. 4 HP left. Whew. ShoWTimE in the meantime, he is moving across the map with a couple of stalkers, and they're going to be met with roaches and queens, so we'll have to see how this goes. Creep spread looking pretty decent. Everything is connected, and he's actually using the oracles to put down stasis fields. Ooh, Serral loses a queen there. That's not ideal. But yeah, he uses the stasis, so he's got something defensive to fall back to. The roach is now coming to help. Serral should be fine. Serral's only now getting Zerging speed, actually getting it after roach speed, so I think he was planning on something aggressive, but this little stalker push is putting a little bit of a spanner in the works for it. In the meantime, we see +1 ground armor going for ShoWTimE. Ooh, watch out for the stasis. Those stalkers are going to be picking off any loose units, and that is a whole clump of roaches stuck in those stasis. ShoWTimE's also going for charge. Let's see if that can come into play. He's probably just going to use it to, when he's got a lot of minerals like he does now, just to kind of help him. 3 oracles at the moment. The stalkers are blinking away. They're just going to move around, try to get a little bit of creep done. Those roaches do survive, and at this stage the game's going to normalize a little bit. Drone count looking healthy for both of them. Serral already on 77 workers, but ShoWTimE is going up to his 4th, and that looks like it's going to be quite hard to break. He's not going for his 3rd and 4th gas, which means that I think he is going to be playing that that gateway heavy style. A bunch of extra gateways coming up, so yeah. Stalkers still poking and prodding around, oracles flying overhead, just seeing what they can get done. Serral's going to try open up here just to... Never mind. Yes, he is. Just to give himself a nice bit of circulation so his roaches can move quite comfortably. Bunch of Zerglings on the way, +2 for both of them. Baneling speed actually on the way for Serral as well, so we'll see what he does with that. Meanwhile, okay, he's just going to poke and prod a bit, blink away with his stalkers. Serral is chasing. These oracles are doing some good damage against these roaches. I mean, roaches, they kind of do well against stalkers, but they can't shoot up, so they're going to struggle to get rid of those oracles. The creep's constantly being pushed back. I mean, with Serral you have to. He gets his creep out so far. He already has another base up. He has a group of roaches defending on this side, and a whole bunch on this side too, ready to get rid of these stalkers. Serral's supply is already sitting at 198. He is so ready to go. Meanwhile, we have a triple robo going up for ShoWTimE. Ooh, good catch here. Trying a zealot run by, but those banelings getting some good hits. Meanwhile, the rest of Serral's army moving up to the top. He's going to be hitting from 2 angles here. These zealots have to be careful. Those banelings are hunting for them. Okay, the stalkers come in to help. The banelings are going to go into the mineral line, and they unfortunately won't get anything done. They do get rid of the battery, the shield battery, but you know, that's not too bad. Bunch of banelings here. Is Serral going to try to get clever with them? We'll have to see. Roaches coming around to meet up with the rest of Serral's army, and we have a long line of zealots. My goodness, they're just all in a row there. Okay, Serral's going to catch this. They are going to get a little bit of damage done. Trying to attack the roaches, mostly 2 drones, 3 drones, 4 drones falling so far, but the rest of Serral's army is here to defend. And that's actually put ShoWTimE in the lead, worker-wise. is 87 to 80 workers. These Zerglings are going to pick off... I say that. The Zealots are going to pick off this... Ooh, I missed the Baneling. Alright, I'm gonna go back a little bit there. Sorry, I missed the Banelings, what Serral did with his Banelings. Go back once more. Okay. So something is happening here. You see, these players are multitasking so much, it's really hard to keep up. He sends in a ton of the Banelings, and they don't get much done, actually. That was a good little pull away. They put a lot of damage onto those probes, but nothing too major. So yeah, those Banelings getting stuck there, not dealing too much damage. At this stage, the worker lead is still in for ShoWTimE. The army supply obviously going in the way of Serral, but it is roach heavy, and there are a lot of Immortals. Immortals love to fight against roaches. They're very good at it. Bunch of disruptors coming. Watch out for those. Ooh, big hit there. Another good hit there. Okay, the roaches do pick off that last disruptor before they can deal too much damage. Okay, so not too much. 5 probes do go down. But so far ShoWTimE he's holding on. His army is looking a little bit thin though. He lost a lot to that attack. He's going up to +3 weapons. But here comes Serral with the Vipers. Serral is fantastic with Vipers. He makes so much use out of his spellcasters. And yeah, it's going to be quite dangerous to see what he does with them. He's also getting Adrenal Glands, +2 melee, and +1 Carapace. So he is getting all the upgrades. ShoWTimE trying to get another base up. These Zerglings are going to stop that. Banelings trying to run through, but these Stalkers are going to catch them. Queen's going to be picked off. Ooh, you better watch out for the Banelings on creep. Okay, but Serral does pull back. Meanwhile, he is just taking bases all over the map. He's taking this whole side. The creep spread is looking very good, kind of spreading across the map. He could do with a little bit more on this side, but give him a bit of time and it'll be there. It is a fantastic tag by the Oracle. ShoWTimE coming in. He wants to get this army. He knows where it is. He wants to use those disruptors, but he's got to be careful. Okay, so he's going to be moving around. He knows exactly where the Zerg army is. This base gets cancelled up here again. The Zergling's just going to stop the base, move away. A couple of Zealots running by. They are going to be stopped. Meanwhile, Serral's main army is moving all the way up again. ShoWTimE coming in to defend. He wants to keep this base alive. The Disruptors are going to try get some good hits. They get a couple down the roaches. That is a whole bunch. Oh, but the yoinks from the Vipers, they absolutely stop those Disruptor balls, which would have taken out half of the Zerg army. Serral's still a little bit on the ropes, but he is reinforcing with a ton of Zerglings and a bunch of Hydras. So we'll have to see what he does to this. This army, meanwhile, is going to be moving down. They are going to get rid of this base. I don't think Serral's going to be able to stop this. Not with the Archons, not with the Immortals. Nope, he gives it up, trying to recharge his Vipers. He's got a bunch of Zerglings. He's still going quite heavy into the Banelings, but we do see the Lurker upgrades coming up. Serral is readying for that Lurker transition, going into that late game army. These Hydras are not going to be able to catch the Oracle, so ShoWTimE keeps them alive for a little bit. And it's at this point where Serral's going to start trying to trade out these roaches for a little bit better units. He wants to get value of them from them still at least. But yeah, he's going to be using them to harass the bases, try to get a little bit done. We have 2 armies clashing in the middle. This is Immortal heavy. Now Immortals are good against Banelings, but not so good against Zerglings. However, I think ShoWTimE comes off okay in that fight. These roaches are going to be caught by the army that is coming in from the bottom. Stalker's going to chase them down. There is a base there with spine crawlers, so they're going to be fine. A grouping of overlords, that is their book club. They're having a nice read. Anyway, moving on. Serral just maneuvering his way around the map. ShoWTimE's keeping himself in. I mean, their resource collection is very, very close. That is a lot of disruptors. We're looking at, well, 6 Immortals, and if I could click on a disruptor, there we go, 5 disruptors. That is an army that can deal a lot of damage in... Oof. That is a big stasis ward once again. Banelings coming across. Are they going to get a good hit? Are they going to hit anything but pylons? No? Ooh, nice disruptor hit there. These Zerglings are going to be completely demolished by these Archons. Ooh, that's actually clever. What fantastic timing there. That was a great play by ShoWTimE. Launching those disruptors at just the right time. Meanwhile, we do have Zerglings at this side in the natural, and we have the Lurkers putting pressure on this base. This is a problem. ShoWTimE is scrambling to defend the space. He needs the space. This is where a lot of his income is coming from. But I don't really like walking into those Lurkers. Okay, the disruptors are going to come. They're going to try clear away a little bit. 2 disruptor shots to destroy a Lurker. And another one. Ooh, Serral actually moves them nicely out the way. A couple of storms going down there. But the base does fall. Serral is happy with that and he pulls back. 39 workers lost. That is a large amount. Zealot Rumbar coming through, but Serral is on top of his game. He just catches it and says, nope, you're not going to get anything done. Serral is starting to build up a lot of steam here. And I think this worker count, this worker lead at least, is going to be quite huge here. Catches a High Templar. Okay, the High Templar survives. And retaliates with the Storm. Says, off you go, have that for your troubles. Disruptors actually managed to hit the Zerglings. That is some good control. I cannot do that with Disruptors. Meanwhile, we do have a bunch of Lurkers on this side. We're looking at 6-7 Lurkers. Don't try to count. This army, meanwhile, sitting at the top part of the base. Big Zergling run by into this base. I mean, it's almost mined out. But, yeah, he doesn't want to lose this. Alright, and here we go. ShoWTimE is deciding that he's tired of defending. He's going to use his army to attack. The Zerglings are going to go crazy on this base. But Serral's going to have to watch out. These are so far forward. Okay, gets a couple of good hits. Meanwhile, he loses all of his disruptors. These Lurkers are dangerous. Good storm goes down. Serral microing out of the storm. Not too bad. I think he's going to give up this base. I think he's quite content to give up this base. Meanwhile, his Zerglings are still doing a lot of damage. Well, they're trying to squeeze through a hole. They do get through. ShoWTimE is hoping that this army can get him the win. That is a lot of Archons, but the Lurkers are dealing so much damage. I don't think he's got enough, and there it is. GG. Serral takes the game. Very clean from both players. A couple of good tricks on both sides, but Serral just showing in the end that he is a little bit stronger. I hope you enjoyed this one with me. I'm going to try bring you a bunch more games from HomeStory Cup. It is a fantastic tournament. So yeah, if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Keep an eye out for those videos. And if you enjoyed this video, then drop a like. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one.